What it do, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am very excited to come here and talk to you guys about all of the new makeup releases. This is my must gag series, which is inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I always have her series and the community playlist linked down below, as well as all of the Instagram pages I follow to get all this makeup knowledge. And then lastly, but certainly not least, I always have all of the items listed and linked down below. Some of those links may be affiliated links. If you shop through them, I would really appreciate it. It would show some support to me, but otherwise there is no big deal. I do truly just appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos and like them when you enjoy the video and the content, and of course comment down below and subscribe. So anyways, without further ado, if you're interested in hearing all the new makeup releases, then let's just get into it. Alrighty, so I have no new makeup this week, and I am very happy to say that. 2 months ago I said I was going to no buy for the whole summer, and then that drastically changed because I am a stress purchaser and there have been some stressful things going on with my life. Long story short though, I am very excited to say that I did not receive anything. I did pick up one item this past week though. I did pick up the new Adept Cosmetics dark palette. What is it? An amulet? What's the name of the palette? I posted it on my community tab and I don't even remember the name. The Amulet. I bought their Amulet in the dark version, so I am very excited for that. I've just fallen deep into an appreciation when it comes to Adept Cosmetics shimmers and their matte formula, so I really wanted to pick up another palette to see if that was just that one palette or if it's really just the brand overall. So I'm very excited to get that palette, and there's maybe one other palette that I believe they said is going to be releasing in September, and that's the only other one from what I can tell on their like available catalog right now that I'm actually interested in, which is perfect. I don't want to always buy everything from a brand. I want to really only buy the things that I am truly interested in. That said, I did pass up on some major releases. I did pass up on the Nomad Cosmetics release, and I ultimately did that because I was more interested in the Adept Cosmetic palette, and then even on top of that, I'm more interested in the, what is the brand? I'm more interested in Blend Bunny Cosmetics' new release. So let me scoot over. So their new release is here right now, and I don't believe I was able to talk about this release because I believe we only had a small display of like the actual products or the colors that were available from this palette. Long story short, I've seen it now, and I've seen it compared in their roster with all of their other palettes, colorful, and of course their neutral palette, and I must say this is one of the prettiest in their collection for me. I like the new uniqueness of some of the columns, like the types of shades of colors. So yes, they have blues, yes they have yellows, but some of those shades have quite a bit of nuance that I don't find regularly in a lot of other palettes in my collection, just in general as well. In addition, I really appreciate that there's a really light row, there's a really dark row, and then there's shimmers, and I think there might be one other row with like kind of a more mid-tone of the shade in the column. So overall, I just appreciate this color scheme a whole lot. Now I know there are codes out there where you can get, I believe, 10% off for this palette, and I could have picked it up on launch, and you know, I was going back and forth about it, but I truly am trying to change my purchasing habits. There's going to be a drastic change in my life very soon, and so financially I just have to do better, and so for that reason I think I'm going to try to hold off. I have quite a bit of makeup here that I have not taken the time to test out fully or even showcased once on my channel right now. So although this is definitely going to be, I believe, the first palette that I pick up, it's not something that I need to pick up right now. So that's kind of where I'm at. I want to try to pick up things a little bit more slowly, even though I'm very interested in so many things. There's only so much that I can afford right now, and then there's only so much that I can actually showcase, and especially with my health kind of shaky, I really don't want to stress myself out with releasing so many things in videos and all of that if I can't do it. So I'm trying to really just be smarter overall, mature a little bit more. And so yeah, as of right now, I will not be picking up this palette, but do not get me wrong, this palette in my eyes is beautiful, and I truly want to get my claws on her. I just, not right now. So I jumped a little bit, so I need to go back to the bottom of my post area. But anyways, Umbra Beauty released a new collection, and this is their Salute to the Sun collection. In this collection, they have an eyeshadow palette for $44, they have lipsticks for $24, and they have liquid highlighters for $25. So I don't believe I've tried Umbra Beauty to date, and they also have eyeliners and a mascara. The eyeshadow palette, so I've not heard good things about their eyeshadow palette formula, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pass on that. Plus, this is not a color scheme that is really telling me you gotta pick her up. Like, I don't feel that way about this palette, so that's gonna be easy pass. Mascara and liners, I'm interested, but there's no interesting shades for the liners, and the mascara, I'm good. I have a favorite right now, and I'm really vibing with my favorite right now, so I think I'm gonna chill on that. The highlighters, they're cute, but I don't find that I in general like liquid highlighters like this. I tend to like more cream highlighters that are in a stick that I can apply to my cheeks or blend with my finger or warm it up, like, you know, off the compact with my finger and then tap it on, or even use a sponge to kind of apply to my cheeks. So for me, that type of formula generally just doesn't work for me, and as like just said, I am really trying to do better financially and to stay stronger into my budget, so that's going to be a pass for me. And the lipsticks, although they're cute, none of the shades are really calling to me, so I think overall that's going to be easy pass. Clarity Cosmetics has come out with a new palette, and this is their Lily palette. The shades look beautiful. It looks beautiful, it does, but I have now tried 2 different products from the brand, and unfortunately neither of those products have really screamed out to me, or I've even really appreciated, if we're being honest. The eyeshadow primer is okay, and the 2 blush shades that I picked up from them, I really did not enjoy. So for me, this brand so far has not given me what I wanted in the products that I've already purchased. So to me, it just doesn't make any sense to purchase anymore. So this is going to be a pass for me, although it looks beautiful. And yeah, beautiful color scheme. I'm sure it is a decent quality, but just I haven't been convinced by the products that I've purchased already from the brand to purchase from them again. Simply Posh Cosmetics has now shown us their full color scheme in their latest palette, and this is their Fairy Tale Fairies palette. This is a really pretty palette. So we have a top row that looks kind of more pastel, but like a little bit brighter than pastels, and then the bottom row is nice deep rich tones of whatever that top row is, and in the middle there's pretty shimmers. This looks beautiful. This is available for pre-launch already. I will have it linked down below for you guys. Like I said, it is a pre-order, and the wait time is about 1 to 2 weeks, and then it will ship out immediately, which is really nice. This looks beautiful. It looks so pretty. This is definitely another one of those palettes that I do want to put in my list to pick up in the future. I have not tried this brand, but I haven't heard anything bad from this brand, and there has been 1 or 2 other palettes in their past kind of releases that I have been really interested in picking up. So I think this is going to be another brand that I say not now, but in the future I would love to pick up a product or 2 and really dive into the brand. But like I said, right now I'm really trying to stick to my guns. I've told myself there's a certain amount of money that I can spend each week, and I'm really trying to stick to that. So for right now, I don't think this is going to be the palette that I pick up this week or just in general, and I would love to, you know, go a week without even picking up makeup. I know it's crazy, but it is a struggle for me as a YouTuber, as somebody who's very excited about makeup, who has a love for this I'm just really enjoying it. And yeah, okay, let's keep going. Morphe too has released some new products. So they have released 3 different eyeshadow palettes and a mascara. So I've tried a lot of Morphe in the past, and then I kind of really slowed down, mainly because I realized that the quality that I was receiving in the Morphe products that I did pick up wasn't really extraordinary, and there were so many other brands that I really wanted to try that were actually giving me extraordinary products. So that's a reason why I slowed down on Morphe in general. Morphe 2, I've never tried. So there's going to have to be something really, really groundbreaking, really, really intriguing for me to really pick it up. And none of these products are that. So for me, easy pass. Lancome has come out with the new Tint Idole Ultra Wear Care and Glow Foundation. So I've had the Tint Idole stick foundation years ago, and since then I haven't picked up another Lancome foundation. No reason, I went through a really big phase where I bought so many foundations to the point where I just haven't really needed to buy foundations in a very long time. That said, this range in general, like all of the swatches, I can't really pick out a shade that would actually work for me, if we're being honest. At least not from what I can tell. I think it would be a hard take for me to really find something that would work. Maybe the 510 neutral, but I'm fine. There's other products that I would like to try more in the foundation range, and right now I don't really want to spend money on foundation. I'm really enjoying trying to knock out my Project Pan foundation, and I am so close. It feels like I am finally getting kind of those bottom remnants now that I'm using actually an eyeshadow brush, which has been really helpful to pick up the product from the base, so I really can tell you guys that I finish it fully whenever I'm able to say that. So for right now, this is going to be an easy pass, and I don't think I'm ever going to really pick up this foundation. So ColourPop is doing yet another collection and collaboration, and this one is with, what is it? BTS. It's with BTS, and they are a boy brand, and I'm not really into K-pop. That's never been a genre that I've ever been into, but it's really weird because my best friend is really into K-pop, but I guess because she knows I don't really listen to them, she doesn't really send me the music to like listen to the soundtracks or whatever. I don't really know. But regardless, this is the collection. It's cute, but once again, it's ColourPop. I'm not really into BTS, and to be quite honest, I didn't even know that this was BTS like collection until other YouTubers have done their new makeup releases and they talked about it. So that's the only reason why I understood the connection, because it's not even technically BTS. It's like their like apparel range or something. So it's BTS 21. So yeah, either way though, easy pass for me. I would say that this would be like the perfect collection to literally buy my best friend, but she doesn't really get a lot of use out of makeup, and I don't know if she would even want this. So yeah, if she did, maybe I would pick this up for her, but it just definitely wouldn't be for me. And that would actually work. Her birthday is literally in a couple of days. Maybe I'll text her and see if she's like into that collection. If she is, I would buy it for her, because I haven't really bought her birthday present, which is weird. I usually already have her birthday present arranged by now, but anyways, we'll see what she says. Okay, so next, Sephora has done another favorites collection, and this is the Gleamy Dreamy collection, and as you can see, there are quite a few full sizes of products, and this is going to be an easy pass for me. Very simply, they have a bronzer in here that's not going to work for me, let alone I already have the bronzers in that range that work for me, and there's nothing else really in this collection that I'm really interested in other than that Makeup Forever Artist pencil. I would love to try that, but that's literally the only thing, and I can buy that separately. So easy pass for me. We've seen more information for the Charlotte Tilbury face palettes, and she's coming out with two, which I'm very happy with. She's coming out with a lighter tone and a deeper tone, and to me this looks like a more broken down version of the circular face products that she came out more recent or in the beginning of the year. They're both kind of pinky in toned, although I feel like the darker one, one of the mattes looks more peachy and the other one looks more raspberry kind of, and then the highlighters both look kind of pinky in different depths. I don't think this is going to be for me. I need to see swatches on a darker skin to see kind of what that darker palette looks like. But based on the actual shades in the pan, those aren't shades I would get use out of at all. Very much so not that more raspberry pinky one, maybe the more peachy one, but it really just depends on what it comes out with, because that kind of does look like my NARS Liberté blush, which is currently in my project pan, which is on my cheeks, and I do enjoy that shade immensely. So we'll see, because I never did end up picking up that more circular product that came out from her in the beginning of the year. Urban Decay is coming out with a new lipstick range, and this is their new Vice Lip Bond, and I think the packaging looks really cool. And honestly, the packaging is what I like first made me do a double take. I was so intrigued. I was like, I need to try it, and thankfully I've taken a step back and I've seen some people show it in PR, and it does look cool. Don't get me wrong, the packaging looks cool, but it doesn't look as intriguing as it did on that first initial like watch seeing of it, you know. Now don't get me wrong, the shade Law of Attraction looks really nice. I could see me getting a lot of use out of it. It actually reminds me kind of the shade that I'm wearing right now, which is Gold Digger from Umbra Beauty, but maybe a little bit darker if once it gets on my lips. But I don't know. It's $25, which isn't overly expensive, but if we're looking in the grand scheme of things when it comes to my weekly makeup budget, that's a lot. So we'll see what happens. So we have an update on the Give Me Glow blush and bronzer range, and basically they will be launching on Friday the 29th at 12 p.m. CST. So this was a range that I really want to dive even deeper in. I already have, I believe, 2 of the blushes. I love both of them, and I really want to go ahead and dive into their bronzer range as well. I don't believe they showed us the actual bronzer range to date, but I have a good feeling it's going to be nice and hopefully a huge range with quite a bit of options for everybody to pick from. If that is the case, I definitely will be picking up at least 1 or 2 of the bronzers and maybe another blush. I just really enjoy this blush formula. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update because I do remember talking about it before, and I feel like a couple of you guys were really interested in that collection as a whole. So some other lip products that are coming out. Makeup Forever is coming out with an Artist Forever Matte 24-hour liquid lipstick formula. It is $25 and they'll have 10 shades, as well as Haus Labs is coming out with a long-lasting liquid lipstick formula, which is $26, and it's supposed to be transfer proof. So for the Haus Labs, those are not shades that work for me. I don't really get a lot of use out of those shades, so easy pass. As for the Makeup Forever range, I don't think that range is going to be for me either. I've not gotten a lot of use out of liquid lipsticks this year and in the last couple of years, and the shade range, I don't see a shade that I would really gravitate towards, so I think I'm gonna pass on that. And then kind of lastly, Makeup Forever isn't a brand that I really gravitate towards getting a lot of things from, so yeah, I think it's gonna be a pass for me. Spectrum Collection is also coming out with another collaboration, and it is with Hello Kitty. So Hello Kitty is definitely not a brand that I really am excited by at any means, so I think this is going to be an easy pass for me, which is always good, seeing as I'm trying to be closer to my makeup budget. Artist Couture is coming out with another face palette. This is their volume 3, and it looks like there is a bronzer, a blush, and maybe a shimmer in there, or a highlighter in there. It's cute. I don't think it's going to be deep enough for me in the bronzer or the highlighter, or the bronzer or the blush, so that's going to be a pass for me. Keeping it going, another foundation released, and so we're getting into foundation season. You're going to start to see a lot more foundations soon. So Hourglass is coming out with a ambient Soft Glow foundation. And so this has 32 shades and it's $58. It is a weightless liquid foundation that delivers buildable, medium coverage, natural finish with light diffusing effect. Now, I've never tried an Hourglass foundation, but I've heard nothing but great things from all of their foundations pretty much. It looks like the shade range is decent. I don't know if I would be able to find a shade for me, but then again, like I said, I've literally never tried an Hourglass foundation. $58 is a lot, and once again, the grand scheme of my makeup budget. And this will be launching on July 20th, by the way. For me, what I will say is that right now I'm not going to pick it up. I would like to see some reviews, see if people would recommend this over the previous kind of 2 foundations in what I would say is like this general range. If they do, maybe I will when there's a sale, but I can't afford to buy that full price. So that is going to be a pass. Trixie Matte is doing a collaboration with Juno Birch, and per Angelica Niequist, I now know that Juno Birch is a drag queen that does Sims commentary on YouTube, which is awesome. I didn't even know that was like a thing to do Sims commentary, but regardless, I really thought this palette was really pretty. It's so pretty. The only thing that is drawing me back is it's not prettier than some of the palettes that I've talked about earlier today, right? So in this kind of mindset where I'm trying to only buy things that I can actually review and that I actually am really into overall and just like are some of the cream of the crop, this is not the cream of the crop for me. It is a beautiful palette. It definitely made me think about it. I definitely thought about this, but I'm going to go ahead and pass. And if I didn't say before, it is $48, and it looks like there's only one shimmer in this palette. Everything else is mattes. Another palette that is definitely going on my list, I am very intrigued, is from Ace Beauty. So I have tried Ace Beauty once before, and it was at the pretty much the beginning of my makeup journey, and this was pre them reformulating their formulas. So I don't know what this new formula is, but I've heard a lot of people really enjoying it, and they have come out with the Paletteopoly palette. And so this is really funny because this is bringing my love of makeup and books together. And I say that because if you are into book YouTube, you know that a lot of people have book games to create the TBR for the month that they're going to read. And Becca has a video or a game that she created called Beckopoly, or Beckopoly, something to that effect. And so for me, it was really funny to see this kind of makeup version of that, because you know, I've literally never seen a makeup brand bring that into the world, but at the same time I've seen it in books. So it's just funny to see 2 of my passions come together in this way. That said, for me personally, like if I were to pick this up, I wouldn't pick that stuff up because I know me, it'd be cute for a video, but then I know I would never use it. That's not something that I would use. For me, it's very easy to look at a palette and see a color scheme, or to think about a color scheme, you know, when I'm at work or whatever, and then I get home and I can't wait to put a color scheme together. So for me, that's not something that I need, but I definitely agree that if you are somebody who kind of can get into a rut with a similar color scheme, having a game like this can really take you out of your rut and make you kind of combine different colors that you otherwise wouldn't have thought to combine. So I really appreciate that. But for me, it's the color scheme of the actual palette. I just think this is so pretty and unique. I don't think that I've ever had this range and this color scheme come together. I'm just really fascinated with it. It is 24 pans or 24 shades in this palette. I don't know how expensive it is. I don't think they've ever done a palette this big, but I'm very excited. And I do believe I just saw maybe Beauty Bean just post a video on this today, so I'm definitely going to go ahead and take my time and watch the video. I do know Beauty Bean loves, that's not her name anymore, her name is Baddie Bean now, right? I know she loves their formula, so I'm going to definitely take that into consideration. But I just am very intrigued to see kind kind of what she comes out with, and if she says this formula is very reminiscent to their new formula. So very, very intrigued. Unearthly Cosmetics has come out with quite a few things, and one of those things since the time I talked to you guys is new highlighters. These are their liquid highlighters, and they're in these wands, and they're all kind of this duochrome, multi-chrome type situation. I have seen one or two people review the shades, and they seem to really enjoy them. So we'll see. I'm not really running to pick these up, but I could see me throwing it in a cart. And for that reason, let's go ahead and just talk about the new palette that they've showcased. And this is their Bunnies Remastered palette. It is going to become available on the 21st at 12 p.m. EST, and this is beautiful. It's beautiful. It is a kind of pastel in a way, but it's beautiful. Now, is there depth? No, there is not. I'm not going to hold you up. There is no depth, but I like the color scheme. It seems very kind of their take on the new Juvia's Place palette. So if you were like interested in that color scheme, but you did not want to support Juvia's Place, I feel like this is a very similar color scheme, and it could be something to really get your teeth in. That said, I've really been enjoying the formulation of the brand in the last two palettes that I picked up. I literally just uploaded a 3 Looks 1 palette yesterday, so I will have that link down below in case you're interested. But this just looks really, really pretty. Am I going to pick it up? I don't know. Like I said, there really is no depth, and although I understand not every pastel palette has to have that, I really enjoy depth in all of my looks, even when I'm using pastels. And that was kind of some of the points taken off even for the Natasha Denona pastel palette that I picked up. And so I'm taking that into consideration when I pick up further pastel palettes, you know? So we'll see. I don't know, but I am very intrigued, and I'm really enjoying their brand. So who knows? I may pick those up. But once again, here comes the situation, right, where I need to remember my makeup budget, and buying both of those may be my makeup budget. So it's gonna be hard, but I really gotta stick to it. So e.l.f. Cosmetics, they have come out with some Halo Glow liquid filters, which everybody is really dubbing as their version of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood filter wands, or Hollywood filter liquid highlighter, whatever it's called. I already have the equivalent from Samantha Ravindal's brand, so I don't need this, and I don't need the Charlotte Tilbury. So it's cute, whatever, not something I need. Glam Matrix Cosmetics has showcased that their Your Beauty palette will be debuting during Black Friday, which typically happens around November, December time. It just depends. I feel like Black Friday starts nowadays in October and goes all the way to December. So we'll see what happens. This is definitely a palette I'm going to be picking up. I've really been enjoying their brand. I believe I've received 2 palettes and done videos on both of those palettes. I also picked up their latest launch, which was their Nearly Natural palette, and this is no exception. It's a beautiful palette, and honestly, I love that they're based in Australia. I had such a fantastic time when I was in Australia and New Zealand, and it was my last big trip before COVID hit, and I never really got a vlog up, so let me know if you guys want to see that. I literally still have the footage. I just never got it together. Life just seemed to kind of have too much going on in my personal life, so I couldn't really get it together, but I am available to do that. If you guys are interested, let me know. I could do it. So Vive is coming out with some new products, and I don't think they have told us what those products are. Let me see if it's concealers. She is coming out with concealers, so that's really, really exciting. This is definitely a brand that I've wanted to try for quite some time, and there are quite a lot of products from this brand that I want to try that people are raving about. I just haven't gotten to it. I feel like because they are a brand that I have to buy from their website, I've been a little slower to picking things up, but I did just do some pretty big orders last month, and I've been slowing down thankfully this month. So we'll see, maybe like September, October time I can finally take a moment to breathe by then, and I can actually make a huge order from Vive, because I would love to try the brand. I hear nothing but great things. LH Cosmetics, which is Linda Hallberg's brand, has come out with the new quad, and these are all shimmers. It is a beautiful quad. Her shimmer formula is outstanding. I did have a palette from her and I did enjoy it. I thought it was a beautiful palette, but I don't get use out of all shimmer palettes, so for me it made absolutely no sense to keep it, which is why I sold it. And you know, I know the person that I sold it to is having a lot more fun with it than I am, and for that reason I'm not going to pick this up. That said, if you are somebody who gets a lot of use out of these types of palettes, even these shades, I would say go for it. I really enjoyed the formula, but it was just not something that I was getting a lot of use out of, so it was just time for it to leave my personal collection. Patrick Ta is also coming out with some more brow products. So he is coming out with a brow pencil. I heard a lot of good things about his brow gel. I never did get around to it because I feel quite a few gels. I just finished the ABH one. I am now working on my NYX one, and I still have my Merit Beauty one. And for me, I feel like that's a lot. Okay, you don't really need but maybe 2 brow gels, I feel like, because it takes quite a bit of time to finish up a brow gel. So that said, I never tried that one, so I've never tried anything from his brand in the brow department. That said, I do go through my eyebrow pencils quite often. I feel like I go through them about every 3 months, and I don't have a lot of them. I think I am down to about maybe 3 brow pencils, so this could be something in the future that I throw into a Sephora cart, but right now I think I am good. Rem Beauty has now shown us the range of their concealers, and this range is outstanding. So I can only imagine what their foundation range is, and this is also making me wonder, who is their parent company? Is it the same parent company as Fenty Beauty, which is, oh, I'm blanking on the parent company. Is it the same one? Because this is a fantastic shade range, and generally brands that are new to a product don't come out with this big range. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not mad. I'm actually ecstatic, but I'm also just wondering who the parent company is that can kind of front this type of bill, you know? Anyways, though, I feel like I could definitely get a shade in this range, but I don't find that I love formulas in this type of packaging. So it would take a lot for me to have to actually pick this up. So I'm definitely going to just sit back, watch the reviews, and just, you know, watch the reviews. So HipDot has done a collaboration with My Chemical Romance, and y'all, I still have this album on my iPod. Okay, well, not my iPod, but in my like music section of my phone, I still have this album. I love this album. This was my album. I'm pretty sure I had a t-shirt with the album's like image on it because I loved it that much. I did. That said, this collection ain't it. It ain't it. I get it. I completely understand why the collection is what it is, but it's not something that I'm intrigued by. I'm sure it's already sold out, because last time I went to buy something from HipDot, it was sold out and I was brokenhearted. So this is going to be a pass for me. It is a pre-order though, and it's not going to ship out until December, January. And what? And it's available on their website now until July 24th, but I guess you can only pre-order the box set. Child, no. It's a definite no, especially because of that. What? The devil's a lie. The devil's a lie. So Harry Styles has come out with some new products in his range, more nail polishes, and what looks to be a moisture glow and a tonic. None of the prices have become available. I've not tried their brand. I don't know if they identify as a day. I don't know, but I've not tried this brand. And I'm not really intrigued too. So yeah, easy pass for me. Cleona Cosmetics has said that they are going to be coming out with the new collection in their stained glass collection, and that's really exciting, but I'm also wondering what they could possibly do, because I feel like they hit all the colors. Maybe there's a new texture, I don't really know, but it's interesting. They said they're going to be able to announce it soon, so I'm excited. And this is a new shade, and it is called Empress. We're getting to the last couple of products or launches that I want to talk about. So Sydney Grace is saying that they will definitely be doing Christmas in July sale this year. It's happening a little bit later than normal, so it's going from July 25th to August 1st, and all of the information will be up here. So from what I can see, there's nothing that I think I'm going to be picking up this year, which I'm not really bent out of shape about. We'll see though. Maybe there's some palettes that I wouldn't hate to have, but then again, once again, I'm trying to keep my budget in mind, so I don't know if this will meet my budget. I think some of those other palettes that I talked about earlier today are just really going to be those things that I really want to pick up. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is the fact that Natasha Denona has showcased her mini bronze palette. I've never picked up these mini products because they typically never have the range for me or can even work for my skin tone. That said, this one actually looks like it would work for my skin tone, but I have the $65 version, so for me it just doesn't make any sense to pick it up. So yeah, I think that is going to be an easy pass for me. Is there anything new? Okay, it looks like there's one new product on Trim Mood. Let me try and look at Hot Fire Makeup really quickly. Okay, so just the one from Trim Mood. Why did I scoot over? So the one from Trim Mood is here, and basically it's a fact that there is a new Marc Jacobs Daisy perfume, and this is the Daisy Ever So Fresh Eau de Parfum. So this is their juicy citrus notes, captures whimsical feeling and dampened sunshine. Its scent is airy yet energetic and warm. It is a fresh citrus. The top notes are mandarin essence, mango, and pineapple. The heart notes are rosewater, orange blossom, and essence. And then the base note is cashmere wood. Ooh. It is available in Europe right now, and I want to at least smell it. That sounds delicious. That sounds really nice. So there are definitely some things that I'm interested in, of course, right? Who would think that I wouldn't be interested in anything? But that said, I think this week, once again, I'm going to be able to hold strong. I think I'm going to be able to. If I buckle, it will only be for one order. I'm trying to kind of really minimize the amount of things that I'm spending right now. Like I said, my life is going to have a drastic change very soon, and I need to financially prepare for that. And in doing so, I really need to learn to stick to a budget so that I'll be good in the next couple of months, because it's going to be scary. But I find that in life, some of those scary decisions in the moment are some of the best decisions in the long term, and I am very much a long-term thinker, so I'm very excited, but we'll see what happens. So that's pretty much it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sound off down below any of the new products that you're really excited for. If there's anything that I missed, feel free to always tag me. I always have my Instagram handle down below. It is literally Swaggy B Beauty, as is my name here on YouTube. So yeah, I hope to see you guys in my next video, which will be tomorrow. I will have already had my list of videos that will be airing this week on my community post at midnight today, so it should already be available. Feel free to jump over to my community post to see it. And with that said, that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in my next one, which will be tomorrow. Bye guys.